In the summer of 2024, Elon Musk did something that, according to the laws of civil engineering, shouldn't have been possible. He built the world's largest AI supercomputer, Colossus, in just 19 days. Normally, a facility this size takes 4 years to connect to the power grid. The local utility in Memphis told Musk they couldn't give him the 150 megawatts he needed without massive delays. So what did he do? He didn't wait. He trucked in 20 massive natural gas turbines, essentially jet engines on trailers, and he built his own private power plant in the parking lot. He bypassed the utility entirely. And this isn't really a story just about Elon Musk. This is a new playbook for the entire AI industry, because the chips coming out next year are so powerful, they effectively break the grid. To understand why we need jet engines in a parking lot, you have to look at the silicon. We are entering the era of gigawatt chips. For the last decade, data centers were relatively boring. A standard server rack sits about 7 to 10 kilowatts of power. But look at what's happening now. The H100, the chip that powered ChatGPT, used 700 watts. The Blackwell B200, Nvidia's new beast, pushes that up to 1200 watts per chip. When you stack 72 of these Blackwell chips into a single rack, that one rack consumes 120 kilowatts. That's a 10x jump in power density in a single generation. At this density, air cooling is dead. You literally cannot blow enough air over these chips to keep them from melting. Every major AI facility built from 2025 onwards must be liquid cooled. But here's the catch. You can build the building, you can buy the liquid coolers, but you can't simply plug in a 100 megawatt facility anymore. We are effectively running 2 different operating systems on the same planet at the moment. AI is moving at the speed of Moore's law, doubling every 6 to 18 months. However, the grid moves at the speed of civil engineering, upgrading every 7 to 10 years. These timelines are fundamentally incompatible. The problem isn't that we're running out of energy, the sun is shining and natural gas is cheap. The problem is power delivery. In major hubs like Northern Virginia or Dublin, the transmission lines are saturated. Ordering a high voltage transformer used to take about 30 weeks, now it takes 3 years. So in short, when Google or Microsoft ask for power, the utility companies are saying, sure, we can give you that, but you have to wait until the year 2030. And since they can't wait until 2030, the tech giants are deciding to become their own power companies. They're going into island mode. This is creating a gold rush for companies generating power on site. For example, Bloom Energy just signed a $5 billion deal with Brookfield Management. They use solid oxide fuel cells, chemical boxes that turn natural gas into electricity without burning it. It's cleaner than turbines, but more importantly, it doesn't need a transmission line. I've done a separate video on this company if you'd like to learn more about it. Separately to this, behind the scenes, we're seeing a massive spike in orders for diesel and gas generators from companies like Aggreko. This is pretty much the Wild West phase. If you need to train GPT-6, you will burn whatever you have to burn to keep those GPUs running. So, is this the future, just burning gas in a parking lot? Not exactly. The strategy evolves in 3 distinct phases. Phase 1 is the Wild West, which is in the next 1 to 3 years. This is where we are now. Companies follow the XAI playbook. We will see temporary spikes in emissions because speed is the only metric that matters here. Then we'll move on to phase 2, which is the nuclear bridge. Big tech realizes they can't burn gas forever, so they start buying existing nuclear plants. We've already seen Amazon buying a data center attached to the Susquehanna nuclear plant. The risk here is when Amazon buys a nuclear plant, the clean power leaves the public grid. This could actually raise prices for regular households who are forced back onto dirtier sources. And then of course, phase 3 is the new grid in years 7 to 10 plus. This is the holy grail, of course. SMRs, small modular reactors, and next-gen geothermal finally hit the market, and data centers stop competing with cities for power and move to remote areas to anchor their own energy hubs. So let's quickly kill the myths. We aren't running out of energy, we're running out of infrastructure. Solar panels alone won't save us because AI needs firm 24-hour power, and the grid isn't going to upgrade itself fast enough. The ultimate conflict here isn't AI versus the environment, it's AI versus the bureaucracy. We're heading towards one of 2 futures. Scenario A, government/regulation, fast-track transmission lines and build a bigger, better grid for everyone. Or scenario B, where regulation stays rigid, so big tech builds a private parallel energy system using their own nuclear and gas plants, leaving the crumbling public grid for the rest of us. The speed of AI is forcing the energy industry to change faster than it has in a century. The only question is, will that power be for everyone or just these machines? Anyway guys, that's all from me today. Thank you so much for watching the video. Do let me know what you think about this topic and subscribe if you want updates from me in the future.